prop wash has died away. Ladies and gentlemen, the Flying Dolphin. Look at that. One of the most pretty planes on this planet. Horsepower of Wright cyclones. They didn't have to go around the world constructing new.
The C-69, C for cargo, flew in 1943, and there were orders placed for another 313 of them, but they were reduced at war's end.
Cyclones were, I think it's fair to say, they were being pushed to get that sort of power, weren't they? And they made them slightly unreliable, because you were saying that they were known as what?
Well, Qantas, a lot of people unkindly said it's the greatest three-engined aircraft Qantas ever operated.
Because they often came in with one feathered.
Wartime and post-war military, the C-69, the C-21, Navy versions, the P-01, the R-7V, the R-70, and the WV-2.
Superb piece of aeronautical engineering. So the leisurely 260 knots will make nearly 300 knots if pushed.
Little, though extremely capable brother.
It's best to be said without being unkind, very much more successful little brother as well. Although the Connie finished as a scheduled passenger carrier by the early 60s, Albany birds could still be seen carrying overnight freight in the States up into the late 1990s and even later in South America. Completely delighted to see this aircraft here at Duxford. Down. Pitch. Absolutely, and even the taxiing order has got to be right. Otherwise, things get out of kilter. If you're not in your right place, it's a little bit like Formula One. And now running in from your right, the Norwegian DC-3. Successful and ubiquitous aircraft ever flown.
Trevor, I think it's safe to say that there is no country on the entire planet that hasn't been served by a DC-3 or a C-47 at some stage.
Absolutely.
Well, we all want to principality.
From your left again then, the DC-3. I've just taken every role that you could possibly think of, from
are as big as a house.
Yeah, I've seen one. I've seen a seaplane one and a turbine one as well.
They operated them in the Pacific. They had a few of them down there, and they also operated some as glider trainers. They took the engines out.
Yep. Towed them and you land them. Thanks.
Evolved from the DC-1 and the DC-2 basically to provide United Airlines with a wider aircraft fitted with sleeper berths, and it initially came out as the DST, the Douglas Sleeper Transport.
Also produced in Russia under license by Lizanov, ELI-2.
Japan by Showa and Nakajima as the L2D. Some of the Lusanov ones and some of the Japanese-built ones actually had gun turrets just behind the cockpit.
90 known military users. That's just about all of the air forces or forces in the world.
We talk about the use of the biscuit bombers, supplying troops in the China-Burma-India theatre and New Guinea and New Guinea jungles. Of course, used over the hump to supply backwards and forwards through China, through India. D-Day, Arnhem, the Berlin airlift as well, Korea.
They carried coal in the Berlin airlift. Tons and tons of coal. C-47 version is known as Spooky in Vietnam, and the gunship with 66 Vulcan 20mm Gatling guns, which produce 36,000 rounds a minute. So they would fly around in a circle, just absolutely. Versions with very, very large cargo doors, big enough to get a Jeep inside. And often used, well, still used a lot in Alaska for shipping oil pipes, drilling pipes, stuff around up there. I'm saying that the DC-3 was actually given a dispensation or a ruling that there was no life limit on the aircraft.
On the wings.
No.
You can't break them.
You can't break them, and there's no limit to them. You can rebuild them forever. No time limit.
Like me, no fatigue life. This aircraft was built as one of the many, many variants as a C-53 Skytrooper. You'll notice on the port side of the fuselage, the aircraft doesn't have that very large cargo door, so it was a distinguished company on board. Today by Dakota Norway. We're very thankful for them bringing the